Hi, Esme here. I'm back with another multi-day water fast. This time I'm planning to do a 7-day water fast, and if you've seen one of my videos before, you know, disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional. I'm just sharing my experience. So please do your research. I will link some resources in the box below of people that I have followed that I've used to learn about intermittent and multi-day water fasting from. So a little bit about me and my fasting journey. The last 7-day water fast I did was last fall, and I've honestly been a little nervous to do this one. I do one usually at the beginning of January of every year, and I've been doing at least a 7 day, sometimes a 10 day. Last year I did a 14-day water fast. This year I had some stuff going on at work. It was really busy, and so I decided to postpone it and not start the year off in January, but it's coming to the end of February and I'm due my water fast. I am a little nervous because things are pretty stressful and busy at work right now, and I often find that it's hard for me to fast when things are busy and that I'll tend to break my fast. But so far I've gotten through day one and I've been okay. I've also been nervous because I haven't done, like I said, a 7-day fast in a while, and I've been having trouble recently with my 1 and 2 3-day fast where I end up breaking them a lot sooner than I'm planning to, which I've talked about before in the 14-day video. That can happen, and so you do have to be easy on yourself. And I think a lot of it is just the other things going on in my life, specifically around work and just how busy I am. But anyways, I've been a little nervous to start this one, but I actually felt pretty good this morning. Sometimes I actually find it mentally easier to do a longer fast because you kind of know that you're in it, and that if you break it, you have to start all the way over again. Versus like a 1 day fast, sometimes I find it's easier to think, well, oh, I fasted this many hours, that's good enough kind of mentality. So there were plenty of times today, for example, that I was either stressed at work or not feeling great, but it didn't cross my mind once to break the fast. I drank lots of water, lots of herbal tea. I did notice a bit of a headache and feeling really tired, probably like late afternoon, and then once again in early evening. I took a little bit of salt. Sometimes that helps with a little bit of dehydration. Even if you're drinking water, you sometimes need to have more salt in your body so that your body can process that water. And I found that that helped me. In terms of physical activity, I did some short walks around the neighborhood, but nothing too strenuous. And I did a little bit of ab work and asana as well. So that's my first day. During the afternoon, I felt really giddy and felt really happy. I did notice hunger, but I was able to distract myself using water and herbal tea and was able to get through the day. As I'd mentioned, work is a little bit more stressful right now, but I feel really committed to my fast. And like I said, anytime I feel hunger, just go get some water, get some herbal tea, and have not thought about breaking my fast at all today. Now that it is end of the day, I am feeling a little more tired. I also went to the gym. So did a little bit of elliptical, did a little bit of ab work, and did a little bit of asana. So I felt really good. I took it slow. I didn't do too much, but I'm feeling really good about moving my body while on this fast. And now that it's the end of the day, I am feeling tired and I'm feeling a little thirsty even though I've been drinking water. So I might get a little bit of salt and just see if that helps with that. But overall, feeling good and strong on day 2. Today is day 3 of my 7-day water fast. Today has been rough. I probably slept only half the night last night. I felt really tired this morning. I snoozed extra and I skipped part of my normal morning practice that I have just because I didn't feel like I had the energy. After I woke up, I noticed that I felt nauseous. I had some herbal tea, and that did help settle my stomach, but I have not been feeling great today. I've been feeling really tired, really hungry. This is not what a typical day 3 is like for me, so I was a little surprised. Today was the first day where I really thought, oh, it would be really nice to eat something. Do I want to keep doing this for a few more days? Or how am I actually going to get through 7 days? It has really been minute by minute. I've been just focusing on calming myself down. I think what has helped is knowing that I've done this before and that every day isn't the same. And so even though today has been really tough, I've been feeling really tired. Knowing that tomorrow can be different and that all 7 days don't have to be like this. I'm also really committed to the goal of completing a long water fast at least once a year. And I know that if I stop and I break my fast right now, I'd want to restart and do it again in a few days. And so since I'm already 2 days in, might as well get through it. Because I was feeling a lot more tired today, I didn't do any physical activity. I walked around the block a couple of times, but I didn't go to the gym. I didn't do any ab work. I didn't do any asana. And I did just rest a lot more today in the hopes that tomorrow is better. I woke up in the morning around 4:30, and then took me over an hour to go back to sleep, and then I ended up actually sleeping through my alarm at 6:30, which I never sleep through my alarm. I ended up waking up around 7 but still feeling really tired. I stayed in bed until 7:30. I would have honestly slept a lot longer if I didn't have to get up and get ready for work. I went to the office today and I noticed that I was just a lot more tired overall, had a lot less energy. I could sense that I was walking slower. I've been tired the whole day, have been just really feeling sleepy, lazy, not wanting to move. I've also started feeling cold now that I'm a few days into my fast. So I've been noticing that I've been sitting around with blankets here in the apartment. It's still winter here in New York and it's pretty cold. I'm starting to miss food. So I'd say that the hunger is kind of a low level in the background. It's not like, oh my God, I'm so hungry or anything like that. But I'm really just missing eating my favorite foods, missing having coffee or chai. And there's kind of this weird no taste in my mouth. And so I really want to eat something to make that go away. And so that's a little bit of what I'm experiencing today. Fast. Yesterday, I was not feeling that great. And so my husband actually made veggie broth for me. So this is something that Dr. Jason Fung says that you can have during a fast, that if you have either bone broth or veggie broth, I'm vegetarian, so I have veggie broth, that it doesn't break your fast, but sometimes the vitamins and minerals along with the sodium can help out. And since I wasn't feeling great, this is the first time in all of my fasts that I've ever done this. Normally when I do a strict fast, I keep it to water, coffee, and tea. So this is the first time that I did bone broth, but it was nice to have something savory. Went to sleep and I was pretty tired the whole day. And then at night when I was in bed, I actually started crying. I felt like I was releasing something. So I've been doing a lot of energy work. I did a lot of energy work in the month of February. And this fast has been very different from me than my typical water fast that I do. Normally, even if one day is hard, usually the next day is easier. Today, day 5, I think I was up from like 3 to 5 a.m. I want to say or something. And then I did go back to sleep and I was able to sleep and I felt really tired in the morning. And again, I've just not had a lot of energy the whole day. I noticed that if I talk a lot, I get tired. I don't have a lot of physical energy. I thought about going outside for a walk or, maybe doing some asana at home, but just decided not to. Did not have a lot of energy. And I'm missing food a lot. Not in the way of, how do I describe it? It's not this like crazy urge to eat, but I'm definitely noticing that I feel very empty. I would say that if yesterday my hunger level was at a 10%, today it's at a 20%. It is noticeable. It's in the background. I know a lot of fasting videos, they say that once you get past day 3, you don't get hungry. I don't know what to tell you. I am a little hungry. I'm really missing food. And so even the thought of doing 2 more days, wow. I know I'm going to get through it, but I also don't feel like it's going to be as easy as previous fasts have been. I've also been really missing flavor. So I actually ended up having some water with essential oil today just to give myself a little bit something to hold on to. And that's about it. Today is day 6 of what was supposed to be my 7-day water fast. Last night, I kept waking up every few hours and then going back to sleep, but it was a pretty restless sleep. I stayed in bed a little longer since I was tired and it's the weekend and I knew I didn't have too much to do. I live in Brooklyn and I went into Manhattan to get my hair done today. And while I was on the subway, I got these cramps in my stomach and I felt really yucky. I can't describe it. And in that moment, I really thought about breaking my fast. And then as I was walking from the subway to the hair salon, I was feeling breathless. And this has never happened to me before. I have done many 7-day fasts. I've done 1 or 2 10-day fasts. I did a 14-day fast last year. I've never felt like my heart is just like beating out of my chest and I'm gonna like pass out or something. I've gotten dizzy before. That's usually either, due to less salt or something like that. But I didn't feel great. And then while I was getting my hair done, I had a lot of old emotions coming up. I was feeling really sad. And as I've mentioned before, This fast has been really different for me. It's been much more of a healing fast on an energetic level than just a physical level. And so when I came home and I spent some time thinking about it, I talked to my husband about it, and I decided to break my fast. And really the reason was is I did not feel physically great the last since Wednesday, so days 3, 4, 5, and now half of 6. And so I felt it was best to break my fast. I have done 7-day fast before, so I knew it wasn't about willpower or anything like that. And I thought it's better to end it safely than try to push myself beyond a limit that maybe isn't working this time around. And so I broke my fast with some kombucha and some fruit, and that has been my experience. This has definitely been the hardest fast I've done. But if you haven't seen my other video, please don't get discouraged. All fasts are different. And in this one in particular, I have been doing a lot of energy healing before this fast. And even before I started this fast, I set the intention to release a lot of negative thoughts and emotions that have been with me for quite a few years. And I think that's why it made this fast really, really challenging. But in general, fasting is a really great tool. I've done it many times over the last few years with a lot more easy results. So please don't get discouraged. And, once again, do your own research and play around with it. If you're new to fasting, my recommendation would be to first start with an intermittent fast. Get used to eating in an 8-hour window, then maybe try a 4-hour window, then try a 24-hour fast, then try a 36 or 48-hour fast. And then if you're feeling good with those and comfortable, you can, try to push to a multi-day fast. Dr. Jason Fung, who I've mentioned before, who is the first, person whose book I read that really taught me a lot about fasting for physical health benefits, really like in his clinic, and he works with a lot of people who have diabetes and a lot of other illnesses. He usually works with 24 and 36-hour fasts and multiple times a week, and then he kind of suggests a long fast once a year. And for that, he says like the minimum is 5 days to get into autophagy and get health benefits. And so I was able to do that. And once again, this is a longer fast is supposed to be rarer throughout the year, and the shorter fasts are easier to do. So that's just a little bit about my fasting journey this time around. If you've got any questions, please put them in the comments below. Thanks.